You're listening to the all-new Urban Specialist broadcast. It's the Serving on Sunday show, hosted by Antong, Bruce, Wayne, Lucky, and inspired by the late great Bishop Omar Jawar.
Good morning, KRMB. Listen, hey man, this is your host Antong, Bruce, Wayne, Lucky. And y'all listen to Serving on Sundays. I'm talking about this the show where we serve you up change makers who are making change in the community, man. We give you decent conversations about what's going on in the culture, man. We curate some great songs from my co-host, Minister Cameron Sweet. And then if you're lucky, we might just give you a lecture or a sermon from the late great Bishop Omar. But all that's inclusive in this show, Serving on Sundays, man. Y'all don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. Listen, if somebody sleep, dash some water on them. Wake up. Now, don't dash no water on them. But wake them up and tell them tune in to Serving on Sundays with Bruce Wayne. We'll be right back right after this.
Are you a change maker serving in your community? Or would you like to join a community of change makers? Then log on to urbanspecialist.org and sign up for Uniteversity.
What is going on?
This is what's going on in your neighborhood.
On sale now. A redemptive path forward from incarceration to a life of activism by Antong Lucky. True life test turned testimony of a child of an incarcerated father growing up in an impoverished, crime-ridden neighborhood, falling into the trenches of despair. This memoir tells the story of true transformation, turning his life around to becoming a beacon of light and a true change agent. A redemptive path forward from incarceration to a life of activism by Antong Lucky. Order your copy on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or anywhere books are sold. Also available on Audible at audible.com.
The Urban Specialist. Inspirational music.
Keep me in my time zone when my mind's gone and I'm flying home and I'm stressed out and I'm tempted to get that styrofoam and go pull it up, but you know what's up and you know that ain't gonna solve nothing. I mean, Lord forbid I might fall or something and I'm all another cause to hold me down like bed straps to the psych ward. It's killing me, but you still with me when I fight hard. And you digging me when I'm egging you. Deal with me when my car's pulled. Could've dealt with me, but you fell for me before I fell for you. Keep me on that right path and the right math. Is you plus nothing's everything. You my everything. Sing. You ain't gotta question my allegiance, cause the way you love me, I could never leave you. I need you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go.
How did I fall in this? No condition that get a mention, but you offer this unconditional love. I swear I sell it all for this. Trying to keep it together, forget my awkwardness. But often it's just you and me off in this valley of shadows, and I know they trying to pick me off in this, but all I need is you. It's funny just how off I get when I ain't riding with you. No adjectives for your awesomeness. They burning one for that burnout. This life done got them all turned out. Took time out to put time in, so I turn to you when I want out. Need is you. You slow me down cause you know me now. But my phony smiling, I'm acting like it's all copacetic. It's so pathetic, so juvenile. Know what you do? You keep me cool in the summer when they be dressing less and I be wanting to show off and stunt. But there ain't nothing to want. You give me all that I need. All I need is you to keep that fire burning for me. All I need is you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how. All I know, you all I ever needed. You all I ever needed. You all I ever needed. You all I ever needed.
The Urban Specialist.
I need you to know.
Serving on Sundays. This is the Serving on Sunday Salute Showcase. Shining our light on another change maker. Serving in the community.
Good morning. Listen, y'all, we up this morning, man. It's Sunday morning. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. So when I feel good and I look good, guess what? They gonna pay good. Yeah, so pay good, man. Listen, y'all, I got in the studio with me, back by popular demand, man. We got so many calls and so many text messages, so many inboxes last week talking about, man, that conversation y'all did on fathers, man, really touched me. It was very inspiring. So, man, look, I had to tell my brother, man, he was trying to go to Atlanta somewhere. I said, man, nah, you got to come on do this show, man. So, listen, I got my brother in the house, Uncle Jojo of the Love the Pod. What's up, Joe?
Nothing much, same soup, just reheated as usual, brother. Just blessed and grateful, just thankful for this moment.
Man, I'm blessed too, Joe, man. And listen, y'all, if y'all didn't know, y'all just tuned in, man. I got Uncle Jojo with the Love, the Positive, fatherhood over every hood in the building, brotherhood over any hood in the building. That's he represents all that, and I represent it too. But check this out. Man, guess what, man? Father's Day just passed, man. We did some stuff for Father's Day, man. We went to church. Me and Joe went to church. We go to church, Joe?
Yes, sir. We went to church.
I thought the lightning was gonna hit you, boy. You ain't been in church so long, man. I said, boy, let me get way on the other side.
Man, the last time you went to church, you was at church with me, so don't give me that. I done been in church since you and I went to church, so come on now, don't do me like that.
So yes, that's how it happened though, y'all.
Yeah.
But we was in church though, right?
Yes, sir. A panel.
So look, Joe, man, we got a lot of calls. We got a lot of calls. A lot of people reached out. You even had a 5-year-old say, Uncle Joe, I heard you on the radio.
Man, 5.
So, 5 years old, y'all. So y'all know we out there, we touching the culture. But check this out, man. That Father's Day message was so good and it was so dope. Getting over Father's Day and just bringing that message for our men, man, that I wanted to kind of extend that conversation just a little bit, man, because I think it's a men. We in the era of healing, man.
Yeah.
It's all about healing, man. I think these conversations that we have, and not only to mention, me and Joe just launched on Father's Day our Servecast called Stand On It. Servecast. So make sure y'all go follow that on all social media platforms, particularly IG. Go follow on YouTube. But it's Stand, STAND, OWNIT, Servecast, SERVECAST. Yeah, I was spelling
DISD, boy. So that's that DISD right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
I won the Oratorical when I came third place in the Oratorical contest at Perseus.
You placed, that's cool.
Yes, indeed. I placed,
placed,
man. I messed up on sausage. The easiest word ever, man.
You spelled the IGE instead of AGE.
Man, I don't know what I did, but I just know, man, they said, and I was broken. I was heartbroken. But look, man, listen, let's jump back into this, man. Father's Day, man. How was your Father's Day, man? I know we went to church, but after that, I know you had a date with your kids, and then you seen my kids had snuck in my place and made me breakfast and gifts and all that good stuff. I was fussing the whole time up because I didn't know what was going on.
We don't like surprises, man. I was blessed this Father's Day, just a combination of all the work and talks and just the effort that I put into maintaining a relationship with my kids and just the talking and communicating the feelings and the healing, man.
Yes.
We had a good Father's Day. And man, while you just talking, I'm just listening to the extent of our brotherhood. You know what I mean? Well, me coming up there to the crib with the kids, us in church, not for the first time. So just the bond that we have forged over these last few years, bro. I'm highly grateful for that. Let me say that blessed me, being able to sit on a panel with you and discuss fatherhood. But man, I was blessed this fatherhood. I mean, this Father's Day.
Yes, I was too, man. I think it's this conversation is important, man, because we are on you and I and others, man, are on this mission to get men back active. Like, we know that we need our brothers, man, our black men in particular, to be back active, man, to become present in the lives of their kids and present in the lives of other kids, those men who have the capacity or the wherewithal to mentor other young men, man. We just on this mission. This is fatherhood, this mission.
Yeah, but even if they don't have the wherewithal to mentor young men at that time, if they seek mentorship themselves, you serve as my mentor in a capacity, whether it's indirectly or directly, just sometimes by your example. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So just even if it's men out there willing to be mentored, willing to become in the presence, because sometimes you isolated, don't know where to start, feeling like the world against you, So if you're willing to mentor or be mentored and learn and grow, man, it's a need out there for you. It's a void for black men, but black men in particular, to step up and fill these gaps, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. You're absolutely correct. I'm gonna tell you another thing I like about just our relationship. If y'all didn't know, man, Jojo is from North Dallas. Grew up in North Dallas. what y'all, the NDP, GGG?
Man, you know about
you
it,
want
man.
a part of that there, but you want a part of the
GGG, that's too old. I'll come up under that.
Yeah, you too old.
Nah.
You too
Cindy
young for
wasn't
that.
gonna let me do none of that, no way.
But Joe is from North Dallas, and I'm obviously from East Dallas, the capital of Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, all that. So I'm from East Dallas, man. And you know, growing up in our neighborhoods, you know, we were taught that we didn't connect with other people from other sides, et cetera, et cetera. And I think me and you are defying those myths. We are defying that stuff by showing that you don't have to grow up in the same area, go into the same school, but that these principles and that we bond on stand taller than anything else, man. And we doing it. We epitomizing that, and it's for real. It ain't fake. It ain't platitude. It's really that we got love for each other, and we have love for this mission of black men being active. We have love for this whole idea of being fathers, being active fathers too.
Yes, sirski, man. And the thing that's divinely unique about me, I often call you my partner, but I call you my partner in purpose. You know what I'm saying? But what's very unique about ours is it's in a service capacity, man. It's in the showing up. It's in the, because a lot of times when the guys come together from other neighborhoods, it's getting money.
How we gonna get the bag?
They putting this over here and this
Crossing
over there.
So
this, you know what I mean? And that's what they end up doing. So yeah, that's just very unique and lovely about our relationship, bro.
Yes, it is. And listen, y'all, if y'all just not tuned in, man, I'm sitting there live, my brother Jojo, man. We just talking about fatherhood and what we did over the weekend and how important it is. But listen, y'all, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after that. I promise we got something for. We want to drop some jewels on some young men and some older men. We just want to give you some jewels that we apply. So we'll be right back right after this.
The Urban Specialist. Inspirational music.
Yeah.
Procedure of how mumbling to myself, must think I'm crazy, but I'm humbling myself and I'm giving praise. Fumbling, got myself, they don't know what I'm saying. If you crumble and need help, I know who can raise you. Unspeakable, unspeakable, the meaning's unreachable. I'll go where you need me to. More synonyms, I don't need a few. Baby, I've had a hard time, ain't been satisfied when I testify. Wanna make sure I'm sure when I make the point of you. When them blessings come through, I'm clear then, and even more clear. When you do it up there, they must understand the point of view.
The Urban
I
Specialist.
need you to know.
Serving on Sundays. This is the Serving on Sunday Salute Showcase. Shining our light on another changemaker. Serving in the community.
Hey, y'all, we back, man. Check this out, y'all. If y'all didn't know, man, we just had Juneteenth. Oh, yeah, we had Juneteenth. We had some fun. It was going down. But listen, man, Juneteenth, if y'all didn't know, for all of the people that didn't know, I'm going to be the historian today, Joe. Can I be the historian?
For sure.
Juneteenth, man, in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, right? But it didn't reach Texas until 1865 before General Granger freed us and that whole 9 yards. But it was 1865 before Texas, they had to come tell us, man, down in Galveston, hey, man, y'all was free. And we didn't even know it, man, because, back then they wanted to keep us in servitude. But listen, Juneteenth is our way of celebrating the actual day that we became free. And so it has been a reminder of that and a reminder to reaffirm and be committed to some principles going forward. And so in relation to what we're talking about this morning, man, and the fact that we just had Juneteenth, man, we gonna use Juneteenth to free us from all the things that prevent us from being the best that we can be, the best version of ourselves, the best father or the best brother, you know, all the stuff that's happening in culture, man, we seeing violence. What can free us from whatever preventing us to be a solution to that, Joe? What you got?
When we just talk about fatherhood and freedom, and I just want to talk about anybody that's actively fathering or that needs to be fathering, man. What touched me this weekend, bro? You know, as I always say, your daughters are your accountability partners. They your mirrors, and if you are truly, intentional with parenting and with father, I think a lot of people miss the healing element of us loving our children. There's healing in that, and I'm not talking about healing them. I'm talking about healing us. You know, and that's truly, I think, is the essence of our relationships, but specifically this relationship, right? So, as you know, I'm a Gemini. I can be late. You know,
always late.
So, you know,
so your DNA.
Yeah. So, you know, I was late to Kennedy. Kennedy, I love you. Lex, I love you. I was late to their graduations. I was present, you know, but I was late. To the point to where I don't think with one of them I saw to hand them the diploma. So in my mind, I'm there, I'm active, I haven't taken any days off.
But you needed to be there when they got the diploma. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. But for me as a young man that lost my father as a sophomore, so I lost that craving and that yearning to look up in the stands and see my father. I couldn't resonate with that. I could understand, so I apologized to him, but it was apologizing from a place of because of how they felt, right? So we fast forward to me speaking on this Father's Day panel Sunday morning. They leave. We at the house. They say, Dad, we got to go get this. They leave, come back. Bruce, they don't even come back. I'm sitting there waiting. We late. I'm waiting. Where y'all at? We around the corner. You texting me. I don't want to throw them under the bus. Man, I leave them, come here. But it hurt me to my core driving in that car. Man. On my way to Father's Day panel to speak at a church. All I done been through. God done promised me all of this, and I'm actively in the promise.
And you see yourself prior to this riding with them on your way to church to talk about Father's Day.
On Father's Day, I got this whole image in my head of me and my kids, man. And when I was in the car, it hurt me to my core so bad. And the kids, I don't know. Sometimes it's subconscious, sometimes it's conscious, right? But they gonna make you feel what you make them feel at some point,
right?
But to wrap it all up, I felt that, and I was moved on that panel to apologize to them publicly, for. Not from a place of, okay, Dad apologizes because I feel that I hurt you, but where I right now in this moment feel exactly what you ladies have felt, and it forced me to apologize. And I said that to say it's healing in that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I listened to you, and I'm telling you, when you apologized, man, that was the most genuine thing ever. I felt that I had to turn off a little bit because I felt that I got chills, right? Because I understand that. I thought that was very admirable of you to do. In that moment, right? Because I could substitute you and be me. Because I had many instances like that where I'm doing it for my kids. I want us to and then something happened and it prevents and that image, the way I saw it, gets shattered, right? And then I get into me. I get into ego because now I'm hurt because they don't understand. I'm doing this for us, and I got this. I've been there, man. But I really appreciate it. I think the whole audience, man, that was the most genuine moment of that whole panel is when you did that on stage, man. But then, I'm gonna tell you something else, Joe, man, that I realized, man.
I'm listening.
See, we have to understand this. Like, there were a time when majority of fathers was in homes, right? Majority of fathers was in home. Most young people had both parents in their home. This back Jim Crow era, etc. Right? They had father in the home, and then it was only a few families who had single parent households, right? And that was the kind of on the house, the single parents household. If you had your father home, that was looked at shamed upon, right? But what has happened now? The whole paradigm has shifted, right? And so now young people now in 2024. Because there are so many households without black men present, without fathers present. When you have and just the whole idea of fatherhood, because a lot of some men have abandoned that responsibility, that duty.
Yeah.
And so the implications of that is our kids, right, we've realized our mistakes and we're in our kids' life and we doing all the stuff that our kids sometimes think is corny because their peer group is 5 to 1 that don't have a father that's not like a Joe or Antong or like a Craig Sweet who's saying, man, I love my child, I love my kid. You know, I'm gonna go above and beyond.
Yes.
I'm gonna consider their feelings, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff looks corny to the kids now who have fathers like that.
Yeah,
man.
they try to shun our kids for that, bro. They try to make them think that, and you know what? That ain't just. It's sometimes in the family too. You know what I mean?
Right.
They try to make you feel
in the family.
In the family. So I tell my kids, listen, you got a daddy, and if you want to block the father's perspective, if you don't want to hear my voice and hear what I have to say, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because to have a father and not to listen, anywhere you go, you are my child.
Yes,
I don't
indeed.
care.
And I got your best interest.
And I got your best interest at heart. So, so man, that's a conundrum that we live in society. Everything has been turned upside. It's been flipped. But guess what? I stand on it, and I stand in it boldly. I'm your dad. I'm gonna scream it from the mountaintops. I'm gonna tell you, never stop fighting for your kids, but you can't injure yourself in the fight for your kids, because if you're not good for yourself, you're not good for nobody else. But always keep a track record and stay in tune and push forward and do whatever you need to do to fight for your kids, because a lot of regret comes when men not only don't fight for their kids, but they don't fight for their place in their kids' lives.
And I think a lot of the conversation, I agree with you, and I think a lot of the conversations, we get ready to wrap, I think a lot of conversations revolve around finances, right, et cetera, you know. Maybe somebody ain't providing, or maybe somebody feel that someone ain't providing enough. I want to just say this before I get out of here, fellas. Listen to me. Young fathers, listen to me. Because I was once a young father, man. Listen, a mother shelters a child. A mother's take a child to the dentist, to the doctor, sit in Parkland all night. Mother take a child to school. The child is with that mother almost, majority of the time, right? So us as fathers, when we looking at the financial scale, regardless of what the mother's asking for, or even what child support asking for, it's still not sufficient to account for how much work that mother puts in. And so I'm saying to fathers, right, to young fathers, listen, don't let a dollar amount or money amount prevent you from being in your child's life. I don't care how hard the situation is, continue to fight to be present, because your absence speaks volumes and it's very damaging, your absence. But a kid would not remember a father who keeps showing up and keeps showing up and keeps showing up in love and keeps showing up in love. But a kid is hard to get over a father that's not there to advocate on his behalf. So listen, y'all, we finna get ready to get out of here, man. Joe, you got any last words before we get out of here on this subject, man? Because we need our communities to be better. We need our young people to have positive male role models in their life. That's what we need. We need men. We need surrogates to step up, because I'm telling you, when men step up, the violence that we see, the concerns for life that we see in our community is going to go down. I really believe that.
And that is a solution. But I'm going to say this as we wrap up to the young fathers, because you mentioned the young father. And the advice that I give the young fathers, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to do it. I can't tell you.
But you can give them some advice, Joe.
Yeah, I'm saying, but I can't tell them right now. But what
they ain't got to take your advice.
No, I'm saying I can't tell them because I don't fully know their situation. But what I can tell them, that if you make a promise to your child, whether if they can receive that promise or not, to be at home by a certain time, whether it's to tuck them in, if you come up with some type of nighttime routine or morning routine with your child, that'll center you and that'll preserve your purpose and preserve your life here on earth. You will not be taken away from your child, you know what I mean, while you're serving your child. But if you out there in them streets after hours, you know what I'm saying, in them trenches where it's relentless, all that, putting that before your kid, then your likelihood decreases of being here when your child needs you to graduation. So I'm saying this: develop some type of nighttime regimen tradition with your kid. You know what I mean? And that'll save you. Whatever you do in between the day, I can't tell you, but get there at a certain time.
Say, man, it's Juneteenth, man. So we saying we freeing ourselves from any excuses, man. We don't need no more kids sitting on the edge of their bed waiting on their dad to come that never show up. Man. We need people to show up, man. We need you to be in their life, because we on a mission to get men back into the lives of kids and to save our communities from absentee fatherism and that feeling of non-respect for human life. that comes with not having that presence in their life. So listen, it's Juneteenth, man. We just passed Juneteenth for freedom. We're going to celebrate Juneteenth all the way until to next month. Next year, we're going to keep celebrating. That's what we're going to do. But listen, y'all, I want y'all to hit me up on Facebook at BRUSEWANE. Send me a message. If you have a message, you have a topic, that you have a solution that we can talk about around solving some of the stuff the ills that we see in our community, particularly around black men and fatherhood and the violence that we see. Send me a message or send a message to Urban Specialist at info@urbanspecialist.org. We want to air that out on the radio and make sure it hit to the proper places, man, because we all about solutions. Y'all know it's June. It's still gun violence awareness month, but more importantly in June, man, the goat of all ghosts birthday, June 161 was the day Mama pushed me out and said, brother, get paid. So it's Tupac birthday, y'all. So we got to give a shout out to Tupac. Minister Cameraman, I need you to play something from Pac, in June on his birthday just passed. Man, we got to show love to Pac, man. He was the realest Gemini. Yeah.
The Urban Specialist. Inspirational music.
Though things change, the future's still inside of me. We must remember that tomorrow comes after the dark, so you will always be in my heart. Unconditional love, the lessons in your eyes to see. Though things change, the future's still inside of me. We must remember that tomorrow comes after the dark, so you will always be in my heart. With unconditional love. Just got the message you've been calling all week. Been out here hustling on these streets, ain't had a chance to speak. But you know, with you and me, it's all G. We could never be enemies, cause you've been such a good friend to me. Where would I be without my dogs? No wonder why when times get hard, cause it ain't easy being who we are. Driven by my ambitions, desire higher positions, so I proceed to make G eternally. And my mission is to be more than just a rap musician. The elevation of today's generation, if I can make them listen. Prison ain't what we need, no longer stuck in greed. Time to plan, strategize, my family's guided me. We will make something out of nothing. No pleasure in the suffering, neighborhood will be good if they can cut out all the busting. The liquor and the weed, the cussing, sending love out to my block. The struggle never stops in this game. Collections in your eyes to see, though things change, the future's still inside of me. We must remember that tomorrow comes after the dark, so you will always be in my heart. With unconditional love, the lessons in your eyes to see, though things change, the future's still inside of me. We must remember that tomorrow comes after the dark, so you will always be in my heart. With unconditional love. I probably never understand your ways. With every day I swear I hear you trying to change your ways while getting paid at the same time. Just had a baby with the same eyes, something inside. Piece of me died, these are strange times. How come I never made it? Maybe it's the way I played it in my heart. I know one day I gotta be a star. My hopes and all my wishes, so many vivid pictures, and all the currency I'll never even get to see. This fast life soon shatters, cause after all the lights and screens, nothing but my dreams matter. Hoping for better days, maybe a peaceful night. Baby, don't cry, cause everything gon' be alright. Just lay your head on my shoulder, don't worry about a thing, baby girl, I'm a soldier. Never treated me bad, no matter who I was. You still came with that unconditional love. Lessons in your eyes to see, though things change, the future's still inside of me. We must remember that tomorrow comes after the dark, so we will always be in my heart. With unconditional love. Lessons in your eyes to see, though things change, the future's still inside of me. We must remember that tomorrow comes after the dark, so you will always be in my heart.
Stop what you're doing and follow the Urban Specialist on all social media.
Hey, y'all, we about to get out of here, man. It's been an interesting show having my brother, Uncle Jojo in here, man, talking about just men, fatherhood, and all that good stuff. It's been great. Juneteenth, the whole 9 yards. But listen, y'all, commissary is necessary. Making sure you look out for those brothers and those fathers that's incarcerated. We need you to reach out to them because they have to be involved in this conversation. We need them to help our community. You want to be a part of what we got going on, go to info@urbanspecialist, send us a message, or hit us up on all our social media because we want to hear from you. It's about you. It's about us. It's about the community, man. We'll see y'all next Sunday, same bat time. Set your alarm clocks, 9:30 Central Standard Time. We'll see you then. Peace.
That boy cold.
You've been listening to the Urban Specialist broadcast. The views and opinions expressed are those of Antong Lucky and special guests, and